Push out. What do you think? Am I cutting it close? So we jacked up because we're swapping out the rotor. I'm gonna put some new bearings on, new cap, new pin, everything. Just put it all brand new.
I just did the brakes a few months ago, so this is the old one. I can see some heat spots, and yeah, some areas are lower than others, and it's all rusted. I don't know how old it's been, but the bearings were making that wah, 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 wah noise as it was going down the road. And I think what happened was this bearing right here, I don't think it had a lot of grease on the top portion of it, because even as I look in there, I haven't even cleaned inside of here, but there's very limited grease on the actual side walls. Really, I could probably just re-grease it and throw it back in, but I can tell they need new refurbishing, so I'm gonna try to put some new ones of those in too. Yeah.
Two new parts here. The new cap to replace that one. Some new cap. Sounds all beat up. Let's refresh that. Oh, wait up there. Back over here, we got some new bearings. These ones have the races, but I don't need them because the race is already pressed into the rotor there. And that's a brand new rotor. Everything's Duralast, so AutoZone parts. And then I have the seal that'll go on top of that bearing right there. So right now, I have my grease. And we're going to go ahead and lube these bearings up with that grease in there. And I'm going to use this bag so it's not that messy. So let's go ahead and get that going.
Other side. I'm just gonna kind of get the bearing, and I want to get it in these crevices, so I kind of go like this, right? This is where the bag comes in handy. So, oops. See what I mean? Where that race is at, where this was at, I put grease all along there. I'm gonna have to clean that grease off of the actual caliper with some brake cleaner that I have up top on that shelf right there. And drop it in, push it down in there. That's good. Should also put grease on the back of it.
Just a video of the dab.
Cleaned off the outer rim where this seal goes. That's the next part right there. To tap that baby in nice and smooth. So what I did was I have my handy dandy spacer from another car that I used to own, and I find these spacers to be just perfect
For the job. Okay, I'm gonna get my handy dandy hammer here and just tap 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 in.
that washer. So I grease that up because that's where this is going to be rubbing. So let's go ahead and see that. Just want to make sure that you do get enough grease into it around the ball bearings. Well, these aren't ball bearings, they're, I don't know what you call these, but they're bearings. You want to get them into the parts that roll. Okay, I got that bearing in there. It's all packed in. Okay.
And it's kind of grinded down right there. So this is the new one. Nice and smooth. It's a little thicker too. So here's the old one, and the edges were not too stripped, but starting to strip, so I just went ahead and bought a new one, and also thicker. It's thicker than the one that's been on there, so let's do it. Put that in the bolt. Okay, push it back. Alright, so you see how I put that washer there, and then my new bolt went on top of it. See that? New hardware there. Unfortunately, the store didn't have this one new, which is the one that's all crooked. Looks like some crackhead's mouth. All jaggedy, and I mean, not as bad as a crackhead's mouth. None of them are missing, so I can still fix it. And that's where my pin would go. I need to go get one of those, which I have in the box over there in the back. So far, we're making a good progress, I'd say. Now we have to see how tight we want that. Don't hear any wiggling, so it's nice and firm, and it spins real nice. As it should.
Okay, so I'm gonna get a new rag and my brake cleaner to just clean the brakes one more time. I have to get the pin. And this is going to go here. Okay, I was able to line that up. Now that's just gonna lock it in place. So let's go grab a pin.
So we've got some of these to lock it in place there. So let's pull one of those out. And they are 1/8 by 1.5. In with the new, and out with the old and in with the new. On most of the parts, at least. Man, that bend it up. Whatever. But anyways, I put some grease sort of all over it, and this just goes right on top. Okay, so now for that, so that's how it looks now. That's what this thing used to look like. From the side you can see how it's no longer round. And that's just because I put a flat surface on it and I kind of just pushed that center part in. But it's close enough to where it'll keep the grease in there. Now I'm going to use a clean rag to clean the brake caliper and also use some brake cleaner. Put some brake cleaner. Clean off the whole surface. Okay, so if you're still watching,
the inner brake pad goes on first. Then you put this outside brake pad onto the caliper and then slide the caliper onto the rotor and that back brake pad. So I hope that makes sense. Then we're going to add these new pins, new locking mechanisms. Just have to whack those in with the hammer, and that should lock the brake caliper into place. It just takes some wiggling and some prying. I'm using some pliers to squeeze these locking mechanisms together so it can go in. Just tap it in, and that's pretty much it.
Nice. Very nice. Let's see if we can get some light. Battery's too low for light. Well, sorry about that, guys, but the bottom one's in and the top one is in. And that's basically it. Now we just clean everything up. Put the wheel on. Put everything to the side so I can bring the wheel through. Clean everything up later. Okay. Took a little longer than I thought. Alright, just leave it, come back. It's time for dinner.
Thank you guys for sticking with me, and good luck on yours. This is pretty much done. Now I just have to clean it up and pull it out. Till next time.